you know? And I think that flipped this switch in me where I was like, okay, fuck you, watch this.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Kool-Aid Man 100X. Welcome to Lock-In Game Reviews, where we review games we never played before and games we gon' play. So, before we jump into the video, make sure you visit my website, KoolAidMan100X.com. Get whatever you want off there. Also, if you want to watch me play different variety of games and watch me for a long time in the commentaries and games I want to play, definitely subscribe to my No Sleep Gaming YouTube channel. That's where all my Let's Plays is going to be. And also, if you want to check me out on live stream, I live stream everywhere, so you ain't gonna miss that. So, let's talk about 007 First Light. Let me tell you about this game real quick. Y'all know I love me a good story. If it got a good story, y'all great. But if you got a good story with 007, boy, it's like they said it's mixed with it was some with Uncharted and something else. Some other game. Uncharted and some other game. Hitman. They say this is a mixture of Hitman and Uncharted all put together. And I have to say, it is nice. It is nice. I love the story. I love the gadgets in this game. It's pretty dope. And I like the way they need to, a couple of things they need to fix. And I did watch this all the way through. They had a deep dive for about 36 minutes and it was worth it. It was really worth it. One like Ghost of Yohei, but the Ghost of Yohei, but they deep dive was nice. I ain't gonna lie, it was nice. Stuff they could have worked on graphically, they could have worked on a little better. Graphically, they can improve. They can improve. It's just beta, so yeah, I can see it being improved. Another thing I loved about it is the world. The world is nice. The world can be way more immersive than what we expect it to be. And I love how it switches to the cutscene seamlessly. That's a nice thing I like about it as well. And I just love the overall character of this 007. He's a young guy, catchy, good character. And I thought they was gonna get the original 007 and do it. But this is cool. We got our generation of 007 and he's nice. I like this generation of 007. It's really nice. And also this gives us a good alternative to see what we can actually add to what we really want to play. So this gives us an idea of what we can actually do. You know what I'm saying? So his overall character is nice. The realism is cool. I still think they need to work on the game graphically to give it a little bit more, polish, I guess. But overall it's cool. I like that you can actually, trail the character. Just like I said, they mixed it with Hitman and Uncharted. Now the Hitman side of things, that's standard. I can see this game being that as well. And they actually added a little bit of a tune to it as well. So that gives us an idea what this game is actually about too as well. So when we actually watching this, we see the gameplay is being more immersive inside the environment that you're playing. I know this is going to sound nerdy, but roll with me. But that's why I love this podcast. I mean, I'm so glad y'all gave me this idea because I actually can be myself when I'm actually looking at these games. I never actually got a chance to really sit here and watch games. And I thought this was a great idea to do where I can actually sit here and definitely give y'all a good synopsis, a breakdown of what you can buy and what you don't can buy. So this game is very immersive. I like the way you can walk in seamless scenes that you don't really get that a lot, but very cool. Very cool. So, when you actually create a strategy on finding a way to get to the person that you're tracking down, that you're stalking down, that is pretty dope. That's what Hitman used to do. I thought Hitman was stiff before, but I said I was going to get into Hitman more heavier. I got Hitman. I still haven't played it. Bro, I got so many games. And y'all be thinking I'm lying. Like, I got a lot of games I have not played. And it be throwing me left when I be saying I have not played none of these games. And it always shocks people when I say that. It's like, bro, I got so much in my vault I have not played. So when I see this 007 game, it made me realize, oh my God, drop this stuff. My bad. I ain't editing that out. When I see games like this where a mixture of when they say Uncharted and Hitman. I have not played Hitman. I played a little bit of the first Uncharted. I have not played them all, and I have the whole collection series. Bro, when I mean to tell you, my live streams is gonna be lit. Y'all gonna love it. So I'm letting y'all know now when I start streaming. I ain't gonna tell you when. I ain't gonna tell you when I'm gonna do it. But when I start streaming, it's just gonna be a random game. Just that's all. Just gonna be a random game. I'm just gonna sit there and just play. Just literally play like I'm playing by myself, basically. So be on the lookout for that. But I like that you can make a strategic plan to actually go, and you can either do stealth, loud, whatever, set up a place to get the keys and stuff like that. I thought it was cool. But what had me throwing back on this game is that when I first watched it and he tried to get back there to climb the pipe, they didn't see him climb the pipe. I didn't get that part. They need to make that a little bit more realism, because I feel as though he was still being able to be seen in a way and not get caught. So okay, whatever. When he was going through the flowers, if nobody play what's that game a lot of people want a part 2 with, you go through the flowers, you can be distinguished and not heard or seen. I forgot what game that was. That's what Hitman does. Hitman, that's what I'm trying to see. When you go through the flowers and stuff, you won't be seen and stuff like that. It'll be, a dark place or stuff like that. So that was cool. So he picks up the lighter and stuff like that. He had to do throw up and everything. It was funny. He had to turn the water on and stuff. But what really threw me off when he set the hay on fire and he actually just climbed over, and I'm like, nobody noticed that. Nobody. I'm like, I gotta work on that one. I can see this game becoming something, but not big. 007 is not. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love the game, but I don't see it being what I'm thinking it would be. If I was to create 007, if you really want your bang of buck for 007, I hate to say this, I would go back to the first person shooter and run a multiplayer on that. Boy, let me tell you how many people would be on that. Let me tell you how many people would be. If they would run 007, that first person shooter off Nintendo 64, boy, you couldn't tell us nothing. Let that type of gameplay come back, cool. But this is nice. I'm not gonna lie. I see the concept of Hitman and Uncharted mix. Don't get me wrong, it is adventurous. They just need to capitalize on the creativity more, but I can see where they're going with it. The Hitman style is nice. They got that down packed. Now the Uncharted side of it need a little work. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. It just need a little work. I wouldn't buy it at full price though. I wouldn't buy it at full price because I see this game going on sale like it's nothing. The reason why I say I see this game going on sale is it's going to come out great, but I don't see them selling 1 million copies in 6 months. I don't really see it. I don't see it because a lot of people is not going to be into it. Because for one, you got to pull the Battlefield crowd. You got to pull the Call of Duty crowd. You got to, them real hardcore buyers. And the way this economy is, and people with these $70 games, now they talking about going up even higher, if not dropping. I believe they're going to drop down back to $50. I got a funny feeling they're going to be dropping games down. You've seen a couple games. Look at Mafia Old Country, $49.99. And that was a pretty good game. I'm not gonna lie, Mafia Country was a pretty good game. And I'm just looking at it as, okay, he an agent, he do agent stuff, Hitman, that basically like, a unstiff Hitman with Uncharted gameplay. Basically, I don't really see, don't get me wrong, the game is nice, the game is great, the story is great. It's just I don't see like nothing. How can I put it? I don't see it being like a head turner, like, oh man, like Ill was, oh my God, that game is hilarious. He kicked that baby. I can't get over him kicking the baby, but something like that, something that's head turning, something that's, oh man, I'm definitely going to get this. I'm definitely, you don't have that, theoretic, excitement for 007. You know, just like I said, if they would have went back to first person shooter and bring out that style of gameplay, oh, this game would be big. Then this game would be so big, people wouldn't even shoot. They'll be treating that. If I'm gonna tell, if 007, okay, drop this game. I'm gonna tell you right now. This how y'all can make some money. I'm gonna tell you that. Use this funding from this game you made from 007 First Light. Use this money. Go remake the first 007 first person shooter, right? Remake that and turn that into a team deathmatch. Bro, y'all will have so much bread. You will enter in the Call of Duty. You will be, in the, not spoken word, what they say. You will be in talks with Call of Duty, Battlefield, all them big games, you know, y'all would be in the talk for that. And if y'all was to do that, I'm telling you right now, come back to this video and give me half. Give me some profit, give me some royalties. I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all the plan. Come out with this. This game is fine. This is okay. Come out with this game. Rock this game. Make all your money you can from it. You know, do a bundle, do a deal, throw a couple DLCs, whatever. Shoot, if you can, probably make a multiplayer, but I don't think this is going to be a multiplayer game because y'all trying to sell it as, you know, a sole experience. So a single player experience, but cool. Make your money, whatever. Work on 007, the remaster of the one on Nintendo 64 or whatever. Make that first person shooter, turn that into a team deathmatch or any type of thing. Make it just like a Battlefield thing, but you know, boots on the ground type of thing, but more agent like, where you fighting agents, and do it just like 007. And I'm telling you, you talk about you gonna have old people, you gonna have women, you gonna have people over their 40, 50 that used to come back and buy this game. I'm telling you, your money's there. Your money's right there. Your money's right there. Don't get me wrong. First Light is good. Don't get me wrong, because we haven't had a 007 game, and ooh Lord, I think they modded the one, if I'm not mistaken, on PC to bring back the first 007. That's what I'm saying. If y'all was to do that and turn it into a team deathmatch battle royale, just like, boy, and you playing with agents, oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the plan. I'm giving you the plan. But First Light is good. Don't get me wrong. The driving is a little suspect. I didn't like the driving. It's kind of whack. It really wasn't exciting to see. I'm not, if y'all like 007 First Light, I'm not knocking the game. It's just, when I do reviews, if y'all are new to my reviews and y'all been here for a minute, y'all know, you know, I give y'all the real. So, and I tell you if I'm gonna buy it or not. I'll buy it. I'm not buying it at full price. I'm not doing it. Probably around a 30, 40. If not, wait for this boy to go on PlayStation Plus. But I don't see it really making a hit like that. I really don't, because for one, the driving is whack. For two, I mean, the story is good. For the mixture of the hitman, it's like we already saw this. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to implement with you guys with 007 First Light. We saw this from Hitman. We saw this from Uncharted. What else are you doing new? There's nothing you're doing new in 007 First Light. So when I'm looking at this game, I'm like, okay, this is, 007 First Light. Look at it. Okay, this is like Hitman and Uncharted. Okay. I'm not seeing anything different. Now, what makes this game, I would say, theoretic, and more immersive is the combat. The combat in this game is beast. I'm not gonna lie to that. Cause when I saw the fighting and the shooting, great. The fighting just need to be fine tuned. That's all. I think y'all need to get some real people in there to do these actual moves and motion capture it. You see, let you guys, I got a background. I used to take up game designing. I did it for 2 years before I switched to graphic design. Just to let you guys know, I used to create games in studios when I went to school. So I know a little bit something about game design. I know a little bit. I would say if I would put my ganger on it, I would say I know a good 20 to 30% of game design. less than I know of graphic design. I'm 100% graphic design, but graphically they need to improve because the light shading, the fading is not good, and the shadowing and damage effect on the car is not being affected because they switch. You see how graphic design changes the overlaps of game design. Game design is very different. So when you look at the design of the game graphically, it need to be improved. But this is a beta, so we just getting the beginning of it. So for the next thing I like about this game is, just like I said, the combat. This is what makes this game playable, because once you start seeing the combat of it, that's what makes you excited. But the story, the driving, the actual concept of the game is the same as Hitman and Uncharted. There's nothing different that I'm seeing that makes this game like, oh, okay, I'm gonna buy it. No, it's mostly what I expected. Basically, it's not something I would just jump for joy, because there's so much they need to work on. Just like you shoot a barrel, it damn near blows every. I'm like, okay, okay. You shoot a barrel in this game, because I'm looking at the gameplay. I'm like, okay, you shoot a barrel. Why everything it just okay. But I do like the takedowns. I do like that. I think they need to be more polished in a way. The takedowns are like, how can I put the takedown situation? Because you're pushing them, you're just throwing them and, you know, doing that. That's cool. You can land on them and stuff like that. That's cool. That's okay. Guns, they look realistic, but could be better. I would say it's there, but it's not there. That's not, you shooting at the door, the car blow up. No, you throw the gun at them, it affects. Okay, you slide across the car. It was just certain instances. I'm like, I was like, okay. It just the explosion effects just didn't seem real to me. It just seemed like it was just thrown together. But I like the fact that you can throw the gun at them and, you know, make them groggy and take off and start fighting them combat wise. But I think it's more to it than the game actually expect. I like that you can carry your primary and your secondary, and, you know, I think you can carry a second, if I'm not mistaken, another primary too as well, but I don't think you can. But what I do like about the effect is that you can throw the gun at him and just start beating him up, and you can take his gun too as well. I just feel as though the explosions was kind of fake, because I'm like, damn, bro, I think it's just exploding. Now, this is where I was kind of confused when the plane situation. Now, this is where the Uncharted thing started to kick in. So I'm like, okay, I get it. So now you're taking the effect of Uncharted. So I'm like, okay, cool. So now we're coming into that element of games. So it's nothing you're actually missing, you know, in 007 First Light. And I think that's what's going to not necessarily kill the game, but put it in a standstill, because we already played Uncharted. We already played Hitman. What are you offering new? You know what I'm saying? We already know that concept. The only thing you're offering is another story. That's it, with the two elements together. You're not offering anything new and immersive. You know what I'm saying? So y'all took a concept, y'all just create off of that, and it's okay. I have no problem with that. I just feel as though it could be more. I don't know. I think it could be more. Now, you know, if they was to do this, if I'm giving y'all hella ideas, if they was to do this, instead of 007, I would have did Mission Impossible. Now that, I think that would have had more of an effect for people to play than they would playing 007 First Light. I think Mission Impossible would have been better with this type of story. I think that would have played a big part in this. But what I'm seeing in this situation is that, okay, he an agent, he got done. It's just coming back to that. Hitman, Uncharted. That's all I'm seeing. I'm not seeing anything new but the story. Now the story is immersive. I love the watch. The watch is where you basically control. I thought that plane scene was sick because you actually can control the plane. But my whole thing is with that situation, I hope we don't have any glitches or people that any glitches between that, because that might happen. And no damage was being done to the character of 007. He didn't get hit with no boxes or anything. And I mean, this boy was going through the plane tough. And the fighting animations, what kind of threw me off is that you don't really have it, you know. And when you're waiting and you do the dynamic of the plane going left and right, how did that work? You know, it's so much behind that. So the watch is I think is going to be a main factor in 007, and seeing how that actually changed the way how the game works, that's going to be sweet. And that watch is going to be opening up a lot of things for you. And I love that the skydive situation was sick. And we come back to the same identical thing. When he was in, when he jumped out the plane, I was like, damn, that's Uncharted. I mean, I just, it's nothing new that they're adding that I would see that would be more efficient for me to buy. And I don't see this game being bought at full price. I'll see this game bought at, probably a good $40, 40, if not PlayStation Plus. I don't really see, I don't see it. I don't see this game really blowing up that well because it's a regular nostalgia. It's you playing Hitman, you playing Uncharted together. It's like you're playing two games in one. That's all. But overall, the story is great. If you're in it for the story, good, no problem with that. But if you're in it for the actual, how can I put it? The actual gameplay or, making James Bond your nostalgic rush, this is not it. It's not it. It's not. And I hate to say that. And, you know, don't get me wrong. The game is great. The story is great. The, you know, what is going to entail, but and they're not doing nothing new. They're not full price. No, probably catching on a deal. They're probably going to throw some DLC with it. That's it. It's not going to be nothing new, you know, nothing. Oh, 007 First Light. No, it's not. It's literally Hitman and Uncharted put together. I mean, that's what you see. Everybody that see this game, that's what you see. Uncharted and Hitman put together. That's it. Instead of buying two games, just get this. You want to play Hitman? You want to play Uncharted? Get 007. You'll save some bread. But if you want to play 2-3 different stories, there you go. So I don't really see this game being immersive, but if you want something new to play, yeah. Buy it at full price. No. Wait for a bundle. Yes. Wait for price drop to 45 to 35. Yes. Wait for PlayStation Plus if you got it, or either Xbox. What's the name? They got the thing. Get that and play it for a bit. If you're a content creator, let's play channels. Yeah. Replayability, no. I don't see it. After you play, you're gonna be probably done with it. If you're a trophy hunter like me, that's probably what it's gonna be for. But after that, it's not about nothing, bro. I hate to say that, but it's not. The combat, and at the end of that, you might see it in this trailer. I'm probably gonna talk the whole way. If I do, if I don't, I don't know. But the way you can change, it's just like Hitman. It's just they tell you what you're doing. You can go in there in stealth. You can go in there and be loud. You can go in there and get caught. You can go in there and set. It's so much of the same of Hitman and what's the name that. Okay. What this? So I'm looking at the gameplay. I'm like, ain't nothing new that y'all doing. Ain't nothing new that I'm seeing that's 007 worthy. You know, that's what I said in nostalgia. If y'all went back to first person and turned that burn into a team deathmatch, team play with a co-op, people be blowing that thing up. That's what I say. But you know, that's just me. But If you want to see the full deep dive, they do have that on YouTube. Just type in 007 First Light. You'll see a deep dive on it. And you'll see what I'm talking about. You can go in there and stealth and not stealth and see how the game is actually create. You can create your own path. It's just like Hitman. You ain't missing nothing. So yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed this lock-in game reviews of 007 The First Light. Be my guest if you want to get it. If not, catch a deal. But I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video.